Hey there and welcome back to the channel. It's Bryson with Dimes to Dollars here, and today we have another 2-box penny hunt and I'm really excited about it. We've now reached boxes number 99 and 100. That means we've hunted $2,500 face value of pennies after these 2 boxes here. And I gotta say I'm really excited about them. So I popped the top of this first box and we've actually got ourselves a wheat cent ender. Doesn't look nearly as worn as the one we found in our last hunt that turned out to be a 1917S. But still, it's a really good sign. I'll add that back there, flip the box over, check for any enders on the other side, and we'll get right into the hunt. Well, we just flipped the box over and I'm really excited because we got a second wheat cent ender. Our first one's going to be right here. The second one's going to be back here. And check out how worn this one is. That one is almost definitely going to be old. There's not much detail left in the wheat stalks, as well as in the motto and everywhere else. So I'm thinking it's going to be a pre-40s. But either way, let's get started on roll number 1 and see if we can find any other wheat cents. Well, very first roll, and we got a 40s wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1941 out of Denver. Roll number 5, and we've got a find I don't see too often. We've got ourselves a proof. It's pretty circulated, but that S mint mark's going to give it away. 2005 San Francisco. Really cool find. Roll number 7, and I'm really excited. We're on the board early with the 30s find. We've got ourselves a 1935 out of Denver. Roll number 11, and we got our third wheat cent of the hunt so far. A 1956 out of Philadelphia. Very next roll, and we've got another 50s wheat cent. This time it's going to be a 1950 out of Denver. Very next roll again, and we have another 50s wheat cent. A 1955 Denver. Roll number 15, and we got another 50s wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1957 out of Denver. Also thought I'd mention, very next roll, it's going to be the wheat cent ender. Alright, well I opened that wheat cent ender roll and laid it all out, and I see 3 wheat cents in total. Here's our ender. Ooh, and that's going to be an oldie, 1927 out of Denver. Awesome. Another nice oldie is a wheat cent ender. We got one in the last hunt as well. As for our second wheat cent of the roll, it's going to be a 1946 out of Philadelphia. And we had one more in the back here. And that one's going to be a 1957 Denver. Very next roll, and we have another 50s wheat cent. Another 1957 out of Denver. Roll 21, and we've got 2 more wheat cents. We have another 1957 Denver up front here. And back here, wheat cent number 2 of the roll. It's going to be a 1956 out of Denver. Very next roll, and we've got 2 more wheat cents. At the front we have a 1956 out of Denver. And back here, wheat cent number 2 of this roll. It's going to be a 1950 Philadelphia. Roll 26, and we have another 40s wheat cent, a 1948 Philadelphia. Roll 28, and we have 2 more wheat cents. We have a 1944 Philadelphia, and back here, wheat cent number 2. Oh, and that's going to be an oldie, 1920 with a mint mark. Let's check that out under the scope. Alright, well it turns out it's going to be a 1920 San Francisco. How awesome is that? Another 20s wheat cent with a mint mark. And again, I don't know if we have that for the book, so we'll add it up to the board and we'll keep on hunting. Roll number 29, and we have another 40s wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1941 Philadelphia. Roll 32, and we have 4 wheat cents in one roll. We have a 1958 Philadelphia up front here. Another one back here. This one's going to be a 1946 Denver. I see another one peeking out here. 1952, also Denver. And at the back, we had one more. Probably the nicest of the bunch. That one's going to be a 1955 Denver. Very next roll, and we got 2 more wheat cents. We have a 1949 San Francisco here with pretty nice details. And just behind it, wheat cent number 2 on the roll. and it's going to be a 1955 out of Denver. Very next roll again, and we have two more wheat cents. Up front we have a 1942 out of Philadelphia, and back here we have another wheat cent, and that one looks old. Let's see what the date is. Oh yeah, 1928 Philadelphia. Our third 20s wheat cent of the hunt so far. And we still have a lot of rolls left to go. Roll 35, and we got another 50s wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1955 out of Denver. Very next roll, and we have another 30s wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1939 Philadelphia. Roll number 40, and we have two more wheat cents. At the front here we have a 1952 out of Denver. And back here, second wheat cent of the roll is going to be a 1948 also out of Denver. Very next roll, roll 41, and we have another 40s wheat cent, a 1946 Philadelphia. Roll 42, and we have another 40s wheat cent, and it's going to be another 1946 Philadelphia. Roll 43, and we have two more wheat cents. We have a 1947 out of Denver, and back here, somewhere back here, we have a second one, which is a really nice looking one. And this one's going to be a 1954, also out of Denver. Very next roll, and we have another two wheat cent roll here. A 1951 Denver up front, and back behind it, a 1952 out of San Francisco. Roll 45, and we have two more wheat cents. We have a 1949 out of Denver, and we have a 1951 out of San Francisco. Roll number 46, and we have two more wheat cents. We have a 1953 out of Denver, and back here we have a 1958 also out of Denver. Well, we're now on roll number 48, the wheat cent ender roll, and I'm really excited for it. Let's go ahead and open it live and see what the date is. Well, here we have the ender. And the date, if we can get it to focus here, it's going to be a 1919 San Francisco. Nice earlier one, just as we predicted. That is awesome. Oldest one at the hunt so far. Let me get through this roll, and I'll bring you back if we have any more. Well, it turns out that 1919 San Francisco is riding solo in that roll, but we're on to the very next roll. And yet again, we have another 50s wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1951 out of Denver. Well, we just finished up with box number 1, and we had 42 wheat cents, ranging from 1958 all the way back to 1919 San Francisco. That's awesome. 6 of our finds were before 1940. We had 2 30s, 3 20s, and that 110. But I bring you back because roll number 3 on box 2 does not disappoint. We've got ourselves a 1910. Really nice shape too. I'm really excited for this. 1910 Philadelphia. Man, that is a nice coin. New oldest coin of the hunt too. Got a long ways to go if we're going to beat the first box, but we're only 3 rolls in, and we got a really nice old wheat cent. Let's keep on hunting. Roll 12 in this box is definitely going slower than the last one, but we have a second wheat cent of the second box, a 1944 Philadelphia. Roll 19, and we have 2 more wheat cents. We have a 1956 out of Denver, and back here, wheat cent number 2 on the roll. Well, that's going to be a pre-40s. 1934 out of Philadelphia. Well, we're now at roll number 37, and we've been about 20 rolls now without a single wheat cent. Until now, where we got 2 wheat cents in 1 roll. We have a 1946 out of Denver, and back here, our second wheat cent of this roll is going to be a 1951 out of San Francisco. Very next roll, and we have 2 more wheat cents. We have a 1957 out of Denver up front, And just a few coins behind it, we have wheat cent number 2, which is going to be a 1958, also out of Denver. Roll number 40, and we have another 30s find. We have a 1935 out of Philadelphia. That's going to be our 9th pre-40s find of the hunt. 10 rolls left to go. Roll 43, and we have another 50s wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1958 out of Denver. Very last roll, and we're going to end off the hunt with one more wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1950 out of San Francisco. And we had quite the hunt today. A total of 53 wheat cents, including the one we just found, ranging from 1958 all the way back to 1910, which is probably one of the best hunts I've ever had. A lot of nice oldies. We had 9 in total. So give me just a second to sort this all out, and I'll bring you back with a wrap-up. Alright, well, we're back now with a wrap-up after what has been a truly epic hunt. We got a lot of nice stuff. We got just about half a box of copper pennies. We got 53 S-Minute Memorial cents. We got 7 Canadian cents. 8 shiny copper cents. We got 29 50s wheat cents. And 15 from the 40s. We had 4 30s wheat cents, a 1935 Philadelphia, 34 Philadelphia, a 1935 Denver, and a 1939 Philadelphia as well. 3 from the 20s, 1920 San Francisco, 1928 Philadelphia, and a 1927 Denver. We got 2 from the 10s, a 1910 Philadelphia, and a 1919 San Francisco. And we also got one proof, a 2005 San Francisco. This has been an awesome hunt with how many wheat cents we got. We got a total of 53, and we got 9 from before 1940. So, really good hunt. Probably the best one I've ever had. And what's even more surprising is 2 of these wheat cents from before 1940 still have a hole that needs filling in this oldest album. So let's go ahead and add them now. Well, we're back at the oldest book, and we got 2 new editions, the 1927 Denver and the 1920 San Francisco. Both some really nice old 20s finds that are getting pretty hard to find. And this 27 Denver is actually an ender as well, so it's really exciting to see that that was actually a hole filler that filled a spot in the album. We got 2 more spots on the book, 227 in total out of 270. So we're really getting along there. 43 spots left to fill. It's been 100 boxes, and it's been a lot of fun. Definitely think we're still on a collection dump, and I'm hoping we can continue it in the next week. So only time will tell. But until then, happy hunting, and thanks for watching.